As part of a citywide effort for a cleaner and greener environment, a new project is underway that will benefit students and schools in Council District 22. The project entails the installation of solar panels on school rooftops, and moving forth during the next 2 years, 6 schools in Western Queens will be the first recipients of solar panels, while other schools will follow. The announcement was made on January 30th by Council Member Costa Constantinides at IS 141 Steinway School, which is among the first receiving solar panels later this year after being awarded an allocation from the Department of Citywide Administrative Services, DCAS for short. DCAS has also funded solar panels for PS 151 Junior High School 10 and IS 126, while Councilmember Constantinides and Speaker Corrie are funding PS 171 and Queensborough President Melinda Katz PS 122. The New York City School Construction Authority will install the solar panels on school rooftops over the next 2 years, and the installation work is expected to begin this summer. Councilmember Constantinides, who represents District 22 and who is also the chair of the City Council's Environmental Protection Committee, thanked all city officials who are partnering with him for this very important project, as he stressed, which is beneficial for the environment, but more importantly, for students and schools. As it was announced, each school will have a monitor that shows how much renewable energy is created, as well as the share of greenhouse gas emissions not emitted and how much fossil fuels were not burned at each location. The Steinway School is estimated to save 31 million tons of greenhouse gas emissions every year, which is equal to powering 3.9 million smartphones. Councilmember Constantinides was joined by members of the Blasio administration, educators, and Astoria community leaders who also offered brief remarks. All speakers talked about the many benefits that can be expected with the installation of solar panels, which, as they stressed, provide less expensive renewable energy, improve air quality, and more importantly, save money on electric bills, which schools can use for supplies or projects for their students. It was also stressed that the installation of solar panels reflects a citywide commitment to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels and to significantly decrease carbon emissions in the next 30 years. Phasing out dirty fossil fuels in favor of less expensive renewable energy not only improves air quality but reduces operational costs for schools. Powering K-12 schools is the second highest cost nationwide for the education industry, according to the U.S. Department of Energy. Significant energy reductions can free up funds for other crucial needs for these schools, as well as for higher education institutions.
And by the end of this year,
New York City is committed to a 1 gigawatt solar capacity by 2030, which is enough energy to power 250,000 homes and has more than quadrupled its infrastructure since 2014. Clean, renewable energy is vital to the Big Apple's historic goal to reduce its greenhouse gas emissions 80% from their 2005 levels by 2050. Part of this ambitious effort is to install solar panels on more than 100 New York City schools in the coming years.
which is a really big deal.
Ms. Camilo, tell me a little bit more about your involvement in this solar project for the schools in District 22.
So the Department of Citywide Administrative Services, which is the city agency that manages the overall city's portfolio on energy management, and we really have a very robust plan on increasing the number of solar panels on city buildings' roofs. So we have been working with Councilmember Constantinides and the School Construction Authority on plotting out which schools are going to have some of these solar panels installed through funding and planning and assessing.
And as the council member mentioned during his introduction, the plan is to have solars in all schools in the district, right?
We've identified, I believe, 5 or 6 schools within this district whose roofs are ready. They have this. They're in good repair. They're able to sustain the weight of the solar panels. So we've identified those. Those are ready, and those are in the queue in some form of development in order to install them as soon as possible.
Anything else you would like to share with us?
I would be remiss if I didn't highlight the incredible partnership that we have with the council member. We work together not just on solar panel on roofs, but on all things environmental. We have a number of different projects, geothermal, greenhouse gas emission reductions in many forms, in buildings emissions reductions. So we have a very strong partnership, and he's been a great leader in this area, and we wouldn't be able to show as many successes without that partnership.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Principal Williams,
Hi.
This is your day, isn't it?
Yes, we're so excited about today. We're so excited our school could be part of the project. And most importantly is the educational component that comes along with it, so the children will actually be able to monitor how we're reducing our carbon footprint in the community. And it's so important for Astoria. We're so glad to host the press conference today.
You want to tell us a little bit more about the school, how many students you have here, good grades?
Yes, we have 1,200 students, grades 6th, 7th, and 8th. It's a lot of kids, but we divide them into 3 small academies. We have the Jules Academy, which is all 6th grade, and then they move up to Einstein and Shakespeare for 7th and 8th grade. So we have a lot of school spirit here, and we're so excited at 141.
And finally, I know you also have a lab here that was funded by the council member.
Yes.
You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, last year was very exciting. The community got to vote on which project they wanted, and thankfully our kids and our family came through and they went online and they voted, and we were awarded a STEM lab. We've already met with companies. We already started to pick the robots and the 3D printers that we want in our STEM lab. So it'll hopefully be put together this year, and it'll kick off with children next school year. So excited.
Thank you. Let us know so we can come and do a little report on that.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely will let you know. All the children recognize you because their whole family watches your channel. So absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Principal Aprea, you joined the gathering today because your school is also one of the candidates to receive the solar panels. How do you feel?
Oh, at PS 122, we're very excited to receive them. We've had last year the hydroponics lab, so this is going to be a welcome addition to the whole STEM initiative that we have. Students are very excited to figure out how the weather patterns affect gaining solar energy. This is also going to bring valuable resources back to the building because they're not being sold to the grid. So the school will learn about sustainability, and we're a pre-K to 8 school, so children from very young age will learn this, and they represent our future. So we're very excited about the work that Costa is doing in the community. Kudos to him and congratulations.
And finally, we covered the grand opening of your hydroponic lab. How is it doing?
Oh, it's doing wonderful. Actually, our teachers are doing a nutrition workshop tomorrow, and the students will be making salad and eating fresh salad from the herbs in the garden that they've created. It's truly wonderful.
Hi, what's your name?
Natalia.
Natalia and?
Dimitra.
Greek American. Excellent. All right. Are you excited about getting solar panels here at your school?
I never really had solar panels, so I don't really know how they work and everything or what the advantages are of them. But yeah, I'm pretty happy.
How about you, Dimitra?
I'm very excited about the new solar panels that are going to be installed because it will help us with our new and improved smart boards and our computers. So that's advantage for us.
And for you, so that you know, the solar panels get energy. Yes, energy from the sun, and they produce electricity, and it's cheaper, and you don't have to
waste fossil fuels and coal.
She knows.
Yeah, we researched this.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Mr. Shea, you represent the Department of Education. It's great to see you. How does it feel to be involved in this wonderful project?
This project is really terrific. There's so much to like about it. First of all, I want to thank Council Member Constantinides for supporting us in this program. It really shows how the community can get involved with these things. The Department of Education is a very large organization. We have over 1,400 buildings and 130 million square feet. So when you partner with the Department of Ed on some of these projects, we can really make a big difference. But the biggest difference that we're going to make is with the students. We have 1.1 million students in the DOE. That means about one in 300 American citizens is currently enrolled in the New York City school system. So to get the kids involved with these projects, that's really where we're going to make the difference, because they're going to take this knowledge, they're the future for us to be able to take this to the next level and to do projects all over the city, all over the country, and all over the world. They are our future.
Now, this project that was introduced today, the solar panels for District 22, what is the plan for the Board of Education to work with other districts? Have you been contacted by other council members to do the same?
Other council members are interested in the program. The program is citywide, and we do have projects in many other districts. I believe right now we have 66 projects on the books, and we have more to come, which is just great. It's all over the city. It depends on where you are and the age of the school building, the age of the roof, what's a good candidate for these programs. But with 1,400 buildings, we have plenty that we can put solar panels on, and we'd like to do them in all. That would be ideal. We'd like to hit every building if we could.
I know. And finally, any challenges that you're facing in this new school year, because we're still at the beginning of the year, or any new projects that you want to share with us, exciting projects for 2019?
So I think the most exciting projects we have with sustainability is our solar education programs. And again, teaching the kids about all this stuff and having the opportunity to have hands-on connections to this. We work with a nonprofit called Solar One, which actually provides direct instruction, but they're able to work with the kids and go up on the rooftops and see these things and see how they work. So we're very excited about expanding that program this year to more kids and making a bigger difference.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Costa. Another initiative to help clean up our environment, placing solar panels in this school in your district, District 22. How excited are you? I know you're very excited, but I want you to share your excitement.
I mean, it is such a great feeling to know that 6 of our schools, 141, IS 10, IS 126, PS 122, PS 151, and PS 171. Those 6 schools will receive solar panels for the next 2 years in a joint partnership with myself, the Speaker, Corrie Johnson, our Borough President, Melinda Katz, School Construction Authority, DCAS, and also school facilities. It's really been a win-win-win for everybody, and a great partnership between all these city agencies.
Yes. And as you said earlier, the schools that can receive the panels have been identified, but your goal is to have each and every school have solar panels, right?
I mean, our goal is to get every school carbon neutral. We want to go a little further than that, but I'll say that this is a great first step. This is going to demonstrate that we can get things done when it comes to renewable energy in our own community. It's going to give our kids an opportunity to learn about it. There's going to be panels in the school that show how much renewable energy was created, how much greenhouse gases were not burned, how much fossil fuels were not burned, and they can build science curriculums around it. Imagine an opportunity for our kids to learn about all of these different technical aspects, so that give them a window into 21st century careers while they're in middle school, while they're in elementary school, and they'll be able to be the leaders of the 21st century. It's very exciting.
Yeah. And the fight continues to get rid of the power plants in Astoria. I know you're going to have a hearing. We've been announcing it on the radio on AKTINA FM and inviting people to participate because it's open to the public.
Absolutely.
So what can you tell us? What kind of updates can you give us on this issue?
So on February 11th, which is about 8 days from now, we will have our hearing, ask the tough questions about what happened with Con Edison on December 27th, but also hear legislation that would have the city come up with a plan to power our city with renewables and battery storage to get rid of our fossil fuel plants. It's time. Astoria is overburdened, where our air is not clean because of it. We're struggling here with asthma and other respiratory illness. The time is for us to draw that map for a renewable future.
And anything else you'd like to share with us?
No, just looking forward to this big hearing and to working with AKTINA in the future. So excited about the work that you do in our Greek community. So keep up the great work, Elena.
Thank you, Costa.
Thank you so much.